Hello and welcome to Recreation Television. Over the next half hour, we'll show you great new ways to move, splash, learn, and explore through programs from Roanoke County Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. Well, fall is a beautiful time of the year here in Virginia's Blue Ridge, especially right here on the Blue Ridge Parkway. If you're looking for a place to relax and take in the scenery, the changing leaves, there's so much to do here at Explore Park, and even more this year than ever before. On this show, we'll take a look at some of the new activities and amenities available at Explore Park. Looking for classes for kids and adults? We've got that too. On today's show, we'll show you cooking, nutrition, Tai Chi, and even painting classes for teens. But first, I spoke with Department Director Doug Blount. I'm here with Director of Parks, Recreation, and Tourism, Doug Blount, and we're here at Explore Park. We'll talk about some of the big changes going on here at Explore this fall in just a minute, but let's talk about the department at large. Fall is a really big season for athletics, isn't it?
You know, it really is. We've got underway right now, we have all of our fall sports, which includes cheerleading, soccer, and tackle football, as well as flag football. But, you know, it's not too early to start talking about winter sports with basketball signups. And basketball is one of our sports that continues to grow for boys and girls. And so we encourage everyone that wants to play basketball to get with the rec club that is in their area with their elementary school and get registered. It's a lot of fun. It's a great sport to keep you busy during the winter months when it's typically cold and bad weather outside. But we'd love to take every child we can.
Well, talk about the rec clubs for a minute, because a lot of people that have kids just getting into the sports programs don't understand exactly how it's administered through the county, and it's really to the benefit of all of our citizens that these rec clubs exist and support the athletic needs of the community.
Yeah, we have a what we call a hybrid approach to how we offer youth sports, and we're very fortunate to have 11 different recreation clubs that partner with Roanoke County to be able to offer a very robust youth sports program. And these are clubs that are all volunteers. They volunteer their time to administer their nonprofit organizations, but also to provide coaches and mentors to our young men and women that want to be able to play a wide variety of different sports. And we are very fortunate to have so many rec clubs and dedicated individuals, but they help us to be able to administer the different sports between a fall, winter, and spring sports season.
And if you don't know what athletics league that you need to sign up with, go onto our website, RoanokeCountyParks.com, click on the athletics link, and that will provide you a list with all of the athletics leagues throughout the county.
Absolutely.
Well, now let's move on to what's going on right behind us here. You'll see the visitor center on the Blue Ridge Parkway here at Explore Park, and a lot of construction's been going on, and that'll continue to go on for the next 6 months to a year as we develop some more infrastructure. Can you talk about what's going on right now?
Well, this has been a project that we've been working on for a while. We've got our water and sewer project to the park that's getting ready to conclude. We're currently building our lift station in the park. That's the construction sounds that we have in the background. We're also building our cabin campground area that will provide the infrastructure and bathhouse to support our 13 cabins and 5 yurts that will be in the park that Don and Melody Harrison are helping to facilitate with us. Very exciting. We hope to have this project concluded in the next 30 to 60 days and be able to offer cabins and yurts to our participants later this fall.
So check out explorepark.org/camping. Depending on when you're watching this show, it may be open for reservation right now, so you don't want to miss out on the opportunity. You can go on our website and see exactly which sites you want to sign up for that camping experience. As things develop, tell us how important it is that we're working with these local business partners to make it all happen.
Well, one of our goals of Explore Park is that we wanted to provide a positive economic impact within the business community. And so we, as a part of our plan, we wanted to seek out private businesses to help us to facilitate recreation, and we've been able to do that. We've been able to bring in folks such as Don and Melody. We've been able to bring in Holly and Jonathon Hart with Blue Mountain Adventures. We've also got Ron and Kathleen Gore with Reba Farm. Quality businesses like that to help us to provide a wide variety of different services. And we will continue to grow our list of partners over the next couple of years to help to expand and implement the complete vision for Explore Park. But without having these partners, it would make it very difficult to be able to implement the vision.
And part of this vision is more people out at the park experiencing the great outdoors. That's happening and on a programming level too. You mentioned programs like our horseback rides. We've got dozens of rides actually programmed between now and December. You can find that at explorepark.org/rides. horseback. We're also going to touch on it later in the show, but special events have increased this fall. The one that we're going to talk about later is Haunted Woods, but I wanted to ask you specifically because this is something that you did back in Northern Virginia in a previous position.
Yeah, we're bringing in this year and creating Haunted Woods Mini Golf, and this is a family fun Halloween event where the entire family can come out. Even if you have a child that doesn't want to be, that maybe it gets scared easy, we identify them by putting a special color necklace on. That ghosts and goblins don't come out and scare them while they're playing mini golf. And this is just a good family fun environment to go do something together outside, be able to have some fun with Halloween, have some concessions. We're going to have different food vendors and such available, some activities for kids to where they can come out dressed up and be able to have an event. And it is something that has been done before. We do expect a lot of people to participate in the event. I really encourage all of our users, if you want to participate in Haunted Woods Mini Golf, you need to pre-register online. We're already getting registrations, and we're concerned that this is going to be a very, very well attended event.
It's a concern, but it's a positive concern to have as well.
It is.
Finally, just looking ahead on a broad scope, the next few years, what should people look forward to as the park continues to progress?
Well, one of the things that we want to be able to continue to do, and this is the true foundation of Explorer Park, is we want people to be able to experience the outdoors and learn in the outdoors, and creating that outdoor university concept to where no matter your age or ability, you're able to progress in outdoor recreation. If you want to be able to learn to kayak and canoe, no matter whether you're 6 years of age or 66 years of age, you have that opportunity to be able to learn it. Bringing in mountain biking, have an aerial adventure, then of course all of your typical environmental education type of programs. And we want to be able to provide that lifelong learning opportunity for our citizens and stakeholders to be able to continue to be outdoors, to be active, to be healthy, and we feel that we can accommodate that through our outdoor university here at Explorer Park.
Well, if you've been to Explorer Park to see some of the changes, thank you. And if you haven't been, please come to one of our special events, sign up for a horseback ride, come to a nature talk with a park ranger this fall, and there's a whole lot more coming over the next few years. So stay tuned. Explorer Park really is the place where adventure begins.
That it is.
As Doug mentioned, there's a whole lot going on right here at Explorer Park. Learn about new camping options online at explorerpark.org/camping, and there's so much more coming over the next few years. Now, let's take a more in-depth look at one of my favorite upcoming special events of the season. We all know that Explorer Park is a great place to take a walk in the woods, but this October, you can explore your fears with a haunted mini golf course. Let's find out more from Wendi Schultz. By day, Explorer Park is a beautiful place, but by night this October, it's gonna be a little bit scary. Standing just a few feet away from us will be the first hole of an 18-hole golf course, mini golf course, that is.
Haunted mini golf.
It's called Haunted Woods Mini Golf, and the event is happening the final 2 weekends in October. What should people expect when they come out to Explorer Park?
They should expect to have an incredibly haunted time. But the good thing about it, if you don't want to be scared, we're going to give out glow necklaces. You wear the right color. For some reason, the goblins stay away. They know not to come. But this whole park is going to be transformed. Right down over there through the Forester's Trail is going to be the Haunted Woods Mini Golf. 18 holes, miniature golf. Glow-in-the-dark balls. I mean, so much fun. It's going to be a great family adventure.
Family adventure. One of the great parts about it, it winds through the woods. So once you get through outside the visitor center, the tavern area, it follows the path of a trail for an even more spooky action. There'll be some black lights, some scary music, fog machines, you name it. It's a really unique experience, but let me just say that the reservations are filling up pretty quickly. So you
please go online and make your reservation now.
You can get them at explorerpark.org/hauntedwoods. If you purchase in advance, it's $3 for kids up to age 12. And older kids and adults, it's $7 in advance. Add $1 if you buy them the day of. But again, ticket sales are going pretty quickly. One other exciting thing about the event, we want people to come in costumes.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, if you come in costume, you get a free bag of popcorn.
Free bag of popcorn. There'll also be vendors here, s'mores, campfires, typical fall festival types of events. So it's an event you don't want to miss. So now moving on to December, we packed the calendar with yet another holiday event. Talk about that one.
Yes, our holiday village. That's going to be an amazing experience. Once again, whole different theme. Christmas, we're going to have all the buildings lit up. We're going to have fabulous structures, wonderful trees, carriage rides, once again, food vendors, entertainment, and of course Santa Claus, and a Santa shop where kids can come and they can actually purchase presents without their parents around.
Nice.
So they can give them gifts, small gifts, but it's going to be just a wonderful holiday tradition.
And I'm not going to spoil the surprise for you, but we're going to have a preview at the Christmas event of an even bigger event coming up in 2019. And let me give you a hint. It involves lights. Can I say any more than that?
You can. Go for it.
That's
Illuminite.
I will just encourage you, come on out to check out our holiday village this year. It's going to be a large festival. You'll get to get into the holiday cheer.
Spirit. And we're also going to be running a market, a holiday market.
All right, talk about that.
Yeah, the holiday market's going to actually start on Black Friday. It's all going to be inside the visitor center. We're bringing in additional Christmas crafts. We're going to bring in some additional artisans, and we're going to have a fabulous Christmas shop that's going to be there for the whole month. You can do all of your Christmas shopping. You can take a hike. You can put in at Rutorf Point with your canoe or your kayak. You can do everything at Explore Park this holiday season.
And as you said, artisan vendors out here, this really has become the place for artisan crafts as well on the Parkway.
It really has. We have repeat customers that come back because they love the quality of the crafts that we have and the artisans that are represented here.
So don't forget, mark your calendars late October. Get those tickets now for Haunted Woods. No ticket required for the Christmas event. That is a free event. You can find out about both of those events at explorepark.org. Spaces are filling quickly for our Haunted Woods mini golf, so be sure you reserve your tee time in advance online. That's explorepark.org/Haunted Woods. Now, this is one of many activities coming to the park, our Christmas event. We already have horseback riding throughout the fall, so be sure to sign up for horseback riding sessions at Niagara Ranch. There's our disc golf course, and of course, there's so much to do, you might as well stay overnight. You can stay overnight. You don't even have to bring your tent. You can use a structure like this brand new Bell tent, or check out our new pod cabins, which are opening up in October with the bathhouse. Here to learn more about that, we're going to meet with Don Harrison, who's building the cabins from scratch. Well, this is where the magic happens. I'm here in the workshop of Don Harrison, owner of Don's Cabins. And Don, the piece of work that we see behind us is one of dozens that you're going to have out on the site at Explore Park. How much work goes into one of these?
There's at least a month's worth of work probably in each one of them.
All right, take us through the process from beginning to end. How do you start? I noticed, first of all, it's sitting on top of what appears to be a trailer. Is that what that is?
That's correct, yes.
And what do you do from there? You have a trailer bed.
Start out with the blank trailer bed, add a box frame on the top of that, because these are 8 feet wide, so they would have to sit out over top of the wheel well. So in order to get them up high enough that they can expand out over top of the wheels, I have to build a box frame. So then the floor starts right on top of the box frame and goes up from there.
And another interesting thing, you look at that siding, the beautiful molded wood. Those are not just picked up at Lowe's or something like that. You handcraft each and every one of those, don't you?
That's right. Each piece, especially all the angles that are cut, have to be cut individually.
All right, now we've talked before, but let's go back into the unique structure of these buildings. The A-frame kind of arch look that each of your cabins has is pretty unique. And what does that benefit to our potential campers?
Well, of course, the unique look to it, which you don't see around here very often. And also it just, being able to make it as tall as it is allows me the room to put in a nice size loft in each one of them.
It's spacious for the size. Outside, it seems a little small. You get inside, it's pretty large, lots of headroom, and of course that upper loft, which is great for the kids, isn't it?
Right, yeah, I think the kids will really love that. We have one that has a ladder made out of rope that goes up in, and the others have different forms of solid ladders that go up.
That's something that I found really interesting. Each one of the cabins that you're putting out at Explore Park is just a little bit different. Can you explain that?
Right, I wanted to have something a little bit different in each one so that it kind of highlights and shows off what different variations I can put in the cabins. In case somebody wants to buy one, then I can show them the different ways that I can make them.
Now this is really a labor of love for you as well, isn't it? Can you talk about that?
I love to build, and I've built several different things, and all being very unique type buildings. So this was just my latest version of a unique structure to build, and fortunately it's worked out to partner with the county to have them in the campground.
Now when you build one after another of these structures, surely you learned some lessons over time. What have you picked up and that you're translating into future cabin builds?
Well, I have learned several very small detailed type items on each one of them. I guess one that comes to mind right now is the window height for each of the windows in the back. I just learned to set those at a certain height so that they kind of match the siding on the outside, so I don't have to do as many cuts to make them fit around the windows.
But the beauty of it all, they're completely handcrafted, and there's nothing like it anywhere except for Explore Park, and you can reserve your spot online at explorepark.org/camping within the next few weeks, or depending on when you're watching the show, could be right now, so check it out. Whether it's a pod cabin or one of these brand new bell tents, spending the night at Explore Park has never been easier. All you have to do is go online to explorepark.org/camping. There you'll find an interactive map where you can actually check out the sites in advance and figure out a place to stay when you come to Explore Park. Another benefit of staying at Explore Park this fall is a ranger visit. We're partnering with the National Park Service to provide in-house programming every weekend. Let's find out more. Well, we couldn't do what we do at Explore Park without the help of partners, and one of our best partners is the National Park Service. Joining us this season is Ranger Jonathon Bennett, and he's been providing weekly programs. Jonathon, thank you for what you do.
Thank you for having us here.
Well, Jonathon, this is really the first year we've done something like this at Explore Park, where for a full season, a National Park Service Ranger is immersed doing weekly programs. How have you found the experience? How's it been going so far?
I've really enjoyed it. It's been a great group of people to work with here, and we've been very pleased with the turnout and the reception we've gotten with the public on our programs.
Let's talk about some of those programs now. Campfire programs are a long-standing tradition from the National Park Service. Tell us about that.
Well, that's correct. We've been doing campfire programs in the National Park Service for decades now, and traditionally we do them in the National Park Service campgrounds where the ranger will build a fire and invite all the folks in the campground or the visitors to the park to gather around to hear him speak on a certain subject or a topic. Could be talking about the history of the place, the plants, the animals, and so we're very pleased to be able to take that tradition and put it in a new setting here at Explore Park, where the folks at with Roanoke County have been very gracious in adding a new aspect to it. The people at Roanoke Park are providing s'mores for the folks, which the National Park Service typically doesn't give food out. So that's definitely something that you can get here that you can't get.
So it's an enhanced campfire experience. You can come out Friday and Saturday nights during most of the fall, all the way up through the first week in November. Is that correct?
That's correct. We'll be doing it through at least the first weekend of November.
Who should come out and enjoy this? Is this really for all ages?
The programs are designed for all ages, so we've been getting kids all the way from preschool up through retirees, and so we try to mix in a little bit for everybody, so everybody has something in the program that they can learn and enjoy from.
You can get a complete list of all the dates, times, and topics online at explorepark.org/rangers. And of course, we're very privileged to have you guys out here, so please check out the website, bring your family out, and of course, you can't forget about s'mores, all right here at our gorgeous fire pit. And finally, it's great for the public to be able to have this free educational session, but it's also a testament to the growing camping experience here, isn't it?
That's true, and so far we've been very pleased with how our experiment's been and this partnership's been playing out, and hopefully we'll be able to continue this and make it a feature going into the future.
And we're glad you're here. So Again, explorepark.org/rangers. Check it out. We hope you and your family will be part of that National Park Service tradition and come out and enjoy a campfire or interpretive program here at Explore Park. We're lucky to have those park rangers here. And at Roanoke County, we spend a lot of time getting the best instructors for all of our programming, like Chef Dominic. He comes to us after a season on Hell's Kitchen, now bringing his kitchen skills to you and improve your culinary game. I'm here at Green Ridge Recreation Center where I'm joined by Chef Dominic, and we're lucky to have him here because this chef right here is very well known from quite a few things, including an appearance on Hell's Kitchen. But you made it through and it got you some notoriety as well, which brings us to some of the classes. Tonight's class is a sushi class. What are we going to be doing tonight?
Well, let me show you, Scott. We're going to be working with some basic ingredients. We have some bamboo shoots, we have a Japanese eggplant, we have our sushi rice, and with that sushi rice, we're going to make sushi rolls. We're going to use the nori or the seaweed. They're going to end up using the mats, and they're going to end up making up any rolls they want. We have different ingredients. We have the raw fish, which people talk about, and they say, oh, I would like some sushi, but the raw fish technically is sashimi. That's the sliced raw fish on top of sushi, which is the rice. Most people don't realize, but they'll learn tonight, that sushi means vinegared rice. Doesn't mean raw fish.
Interesting. And the best part about this class and all of the classes that we do here at Green Ridge, you get to learn how to make it, you come away with some knowledge, some advice, and you get to eat what you make. That brings us to our November classes we want to highlight before our time is up today.
Yeah, speaking of making things that you enjoy eating, November we have two classes back to back on the 16th and the 17th. And the one is using holiday leftovers. Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas will be coming up. What do you do with all the things you prepared and you have a fridge full of stuff? Well, I am going to teach the class where before you put away all your leftovers in individual containers, I'm going to teach you how to combine those and have those ready, either frozen or in the fridge, for ready-made meals.
So you don't have a science project a week later.
That's
exactly. Right. That's my problem. So these classes, you come away with great knowledge, great advice. Do you come away with a recipe menu as well?
You do. You get a handout every time you come. You also have all the links to my Facebook page, to me personally, where I'll be glad to share. I've already been getting texts that say, well, I'm doing this now. I'll answer them at no charge. It's just like, it's my pleasure.
Your personal instructor after the class as well. So find out more about all of our cooking classes in Recreation Magazine or online at RoanokeCountyParks.com. The best part about our cooking classes, you get to eat what you make. Sign up for any of several programs with Chef Dominic this fall only at Green Ridge Recreation Center. Now, choosing what you're going to eat, of course, has a lot to do with good nutrition. But sometimes making healthy choices isn't as easy as it seems. That's why our nutritionist Lori Fadorick has some advice to give both at Brambleton and Green Ridge Centers this fall. In this segment, we're talking about nutrition, and one of my favorite places to go is right here at the Roanoke Natural Foods Co-op. You can get some great produce, some fantastic whole foods here, and to tell us a little bit more about what goes into good nutrition is Lori Fadorick. Lori is a certified nutrition coach. She's also a group exercise instructor at Green Ridge and Brambleton Center, and Lori's got several classes this fall to help you learn how to get your nutrition on the right track. And Lori, what surprised me was it's not just about the food, is it?
No, that's true, Scott.
What else do you have to keep in mind to holistically look at your nutritional health?
Well, that's a good word that you use, holistic. When we look at nutrition, it's not just about the food that you put into your body. It's so much more that goes into it. We look at your lifestyle. We look at such things as hydration, water intake, we look at sleep. So all of those things go into nutrition. It's not just about the food that you put into your body.
How do I go about preparing nutritionally? Is it just about making a shopping list? Is it just about portion control? What are some things that I should keep in mind before I come here to the co-op?
Well, being prepared is one thing, and you know, the other thing about nutrition is it's very individualized. You know, everybody has different needs, different goals in mind, so you have to kind of figure out what it is that your goals are and then being prepared. So before you come to the store, you know, not coming hungry, you know, that's one thing that everybody talks about, and making a list. And you know, trying to stay away from processed foods. You know, everybody talks about, you know, shopping, you know, especially, you know, pretty much everything here at the co-op is healthy, but if you're going to a regular grocery store, trying to shop on the outside edges of the grocery store where your more whole and natural foods are.
How do you know? Is there a trick to looking at the packaging? What do you have to do?
If you look at the ingredient list, the fewer ingredients, the better.
Uh-huh.
And if it's not something that you can pronounce very easily, it's probably not something good to go in your body.
That's good advice, but you know, a lot of times we don't take the time in the grocery store to take a look at what's actually in our food. So good advice there. You mentioned the individual nutrition. One of the benefits of this plan, although it's a group class, you know, you will have some access to the certified nutrition coach. And how can that help you? And what kind of advice are you going to be able to give in that group setting?
Well, it is a group setting, but there's definitely time during the class to ask questions and get individual advice. You know, there is the classes at Brambleton are an hour and a half long, so there's basically an hour set aside for the class and then 30 minutes set aside for questions and answers. So there's definitely time for questions if anybody has specific questions that they have or need additional information.
So it's a great way to get right on track just in time for the holidays, have access to that certified nutrition coach, and really learn a few tips about what to do, and keeping in mind, of course, which I never remember, it's not just about the food.
Exactly.
All right, find out about all these classes online at RoanokeCountyParks.com. Healthy choices are about more than just what you eat, as Lori mentioned. We all know about diet and exercise and how important they are for your health. But what we don't always think about is the negative role of stress on our bodies. Well, we've got the solution for that as well. It's a Tai Chi class. And earlier today, I met with an instructor about the benefits of that ancient practice. I'm joined by Robyn Amstutz here at the Brambleton Center. Robyn is a Tai Chi instructor with us, and one of the great things about that program is we're expanding it to additional time slots here at Brambleton Center as well as Green Ridge Recreation Center, where we do member-based classes. Now, when I first hear the word Tai Chi, I'm taken back to the Shaolin monks and all of the martial arts movements, but that's a little intimidating to someone coming into this, but that's not exactly what it's about, is it?
No, it's not. We focus on mostly the breath. And just moving with your breath. You're not going to spar against anyone. There's no competition. It is just learning some specific movements to help bring blood pressure down, to help bring a sense of calm.
Okay, well now let's show off some of these moves just to demonstrate what you might expect when you come into a class.
Okay.
How would I get started with some form?
Okay, so the first thing we talked about was the Qigong, so you want to start with that one?
Sure.
So let's just begin with your feet about hip width apart.
Okay.
And you're just going to take an inhale. Let me move down a little bit. You're going to take an inhale and let the arms come out. And exhale, let the hands come down in front. And inhale, let the arms come up. And exhale, let them come down. And we're going to do that one more time. And then we're going to interlace our fingers in the front.
Okay.
And then we're going to take an inhale and bring the hands up. Exhale, we're going to push down. Inhale, we're going to come up, and we're going to come up on our toes. And then exhale, let the hands come down. And then again, bring the hands up. Exhale, push down. Inhale, bring the hands up. And then exhale. Let them come down. Now in the 24 form, you do start the same way, letting that right hand drop back, but then when you let the left hand drop back, you're also going to step back.
So a little bit more complicated.
A little more, and then you're going to do that several times.
Where the class is different, which one is taught at Brambleton versus Green Ridge?
There is a 24 form taught on Mondays and Wednesdays at Green Ridge, and there's a 10 form taught on Fridays at Green Ridge. Here at Brambleton, there's one on, I believe, Tuesdays and Wednesday is the 24 form, and Friday is the 10 form.
And if you need more details about the Brambleton courses, just give us a call, 772-PLAY. It's easy to remember, and they'll straighten you out, get you into the right Tai Chi course. It's for anybody. You don't really need any experience to join right in and de-stress with Robyn.
Correct.
Well, that about does it for this episode of Recreation Television. We hope we've helped you find a way to move, splash, learn, or explore your world through programs from Roanoke County Parks, Recreation, and Tourism. And we hope you'll check out Explore Park, whether that is coming for an overnight here, going on a horseback ride, playing disc golf, whatever your choice is to enjoy the outdoors, we hope you do it with us or any of our fantastic programs for youth and adults throughout the county. Until next time, I'm Scott Ramsburg, and we'll see you in the parks.